Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and today we are looking at what does Spirit want you to know about your love connection at this time. Now, in the extended, I have channeled a letter from a person, so we will read that, but we're going to go into the energies of this connection in the public reading. All right, so let's have a look. Let's get some significators for both persons in this connection. Underneath the deck, we have Fortress. Okay, so maybe there have been some boundaries established in this connection. Okay, and people are kind of reacting to that. Whatever boundaries have been enforced in this connection, it feels like both of you might feel like the other person doesn't care, right? They're both looking away from each other at this time. They don't particularly look happy, okay? Or the feathers are kind of droopy, that kind of thing. But it looks like there was something that had to happen. Okay, maybe there was some truth that was spoken, and now both of you guys, are reacting to it, and you all are in your fields. We have water here, okay? So it feels like there's some boundaries that have been established and maybe needed to be established, but it's making the other counterpart, or both counterparts, there's an interplay here, feel like they're no longer interested in the connection. All right. So the person who is identifying as the divine feminine in this connection, or may have started off on this journey as the divine feminine, generally is feeling we have meaning. So there's a search here for meaning. What is the meaning of the current situation? So diving deep, right? And asking the hard questions, right? Asking the hard questions. What's the general meaning behind what's happening right now? Why did the overall lesson that you're meant to learn by meeting this person, what they're meant to be doing in their life, what's the next step? Maybe you know what your life purpose is, but everything has its stages and steps. You want to know what stage in your walk are you on now, and it's those big existential questions that the divine feminine is asking of themselves and of the universe. It's a search for meaning. The divine masculine, and maybe the question is, what's next? What's next? And it looks like, Maslow's hierarchy of needs in it. And it feels like you guys are here. Because remember, after self-actualization, right? That's where it was supposed to have stopped. And then he had another level called transcendence. So maybe this is where you're heading to. You're heading to transcendence. And you're trying to figure out what that is going to look like for you. Okay, that's what I get, because I feel like you're here. So you're self-actualizing. You're like, now what? The divine masculine. We have identify. I feel that they are approaching the self-actualization tier. Let's call it a tier, right? Tier on their journey. That they're figuring out gently, because it feels like there's something when I touch this card, it felt gentle. There's something that they are trying to figure out about who they are. They're trying to, not trying to figure out who they are. They're trying to figure out how do they put this identity that they've just remembered, because we see the elephant here, and elephant is about memory, all right? So it's about memory. I'm just trying to put the words together, sorry. So this is someone, they remembered who they are, right? As a spirit, what they're meant to do in this life, and what they believe in, the different things that they believe in. And maybe it differs from the other people around them and what they were taught. They're trying to figure out how to present this identity outward. How is it going to be expressed outward? What does it look like, right? Because it looks like they've transformed. They're no longer who people knew them as. They might be different to you as well, right? So they're trying to figure out how do they show people, because I feel like it's about show now, right? They know who they are. They've remembered. We have the elephant. They've remembered. It's about how is this going to be expressed in their daily life? How are they going to identify, right? So it may even, because we see identify, it may even be someone, could be on a transgender journey, because identify, I'm really getting, like pronouns, or there's something that like that's there, but how do they identify themselves? How do they present themselves now that this big transformation has taken place and they're this new being, shiny new being? How do they identify? How do they put that out there to the world? That's what I get. And it's interesting that this would come up because, well, you see, I changed my tablecloth yesterday, but I also changed what was central on my table, because what was central on my table before was the divine feminine. I'll pull her forward just a moment, right? Who was represented by this beautiful figure of Gaia, right? So this was always central because I always identified as I am divine feminine. But what I've realized is that I've always had a mix of masculine and feminine energies. I mean, like a pretty balanced mix of masculine and feminine energies. And all my brothers and sisters also have that mix. And it's because we did not grow up in a traditional household, right? We grew up in a household where the father, or the male presenting person, was a nurturing energy, and our mother, and she was female presenting, was the go-getter, the person that was out there, right? The person that was, handling all the finances and things that we would generally identify with men, that gender doing, right? So we did not grow up in a traditional household. So chores, everything, everybody did everything. The boys learned how to sew, blah, blah, blah. Everybody, we all learned how to cook, everything like that, right? And, that's kind of caused difficulties in relationships, because when you're living in a very traditional society and then you grew up egalitarian, it's very difficult to find a partner. But we've always, I'm realizing now, had this mix of pretty balanced masculine and feminine energies. But it's like I didn't recognize that in myself until recently. And then it kind of all came into focus about a month or two ago, when my brother went on a trip to Egypt. And there's this guy there where, he looks at your picture and then he makes a carving just for you. So my brother got one, and I was like, go back to him, show him my picture and let him do one for me. And this is what he came up with. And when we look at this figure that's here, it is a mix of masculine and feminine energy. Even the face, one side is a lion and the other side is a jaguar. That's all usually associated with the feminine. One side is receiving and the other side is giving. So feminine, masculine, right? So it's a perfect mix of masculine and feminine energy. And this is how I identify myself now. I don't particularly identify, and I never was just pure feminine energy or just as a woman, right? I've always been pushed also into masculine roles, whether it's at work or when you live alone for a long time, right? You have to be that other person. So I've always been that mix. So this is the truest representation of who I am. And I feel like this is what your person is trying to figure out. What is the truest representation of who I am in this moment, right? My beliefs, what I identify as, who I want, what I want to do on this world, what I want to bring into this world. This is what they're trying to figure out. That's what I get there. All right, the divine feminine energy, divine feminine's energy. Towards the DM. This is the Amira Love Oracle. The one before is Amulet Friends. We have a courting man. Okay, so it looks like the divine masculine may be out to court this divine feminine, or it could be that might even be the divine feminine looking to, start new relationships, go on dates, see what's out there. Okay. All right, so divine feminine energy towards divine masculine at this time. We have communication. So divine feminine wanting to talk, reconnect. It could be that they may have some truths that they want to convey, but they definitely want to jumpstart the communication in this relationship. Now, it could be that divine feminine might be reaching out like spiritually, astrally, to jumpstart this communication. But I see like a need or a want to reach out and talk. Divine masculine, we have a young female presenting here. But this is his energy. All right, so let's think about young female. Let's think about teenagers in their first crush. Okay, so they're feeling eager, almost giddy, to again reach out, jumpstart this connection, have some kind of contact. Okay, a girl teenager, maybe be a bit, well, boy crazy or girl crazy or they crazy, depending on what their interests would be. So maybe they're feeling a bit obsessed about you. Maybe they're trying to find out what you've been up to, the things that you're doing. Right, we're channeling a teenager puppy love. Okay, so they feel as well like, this is something fresh and new that they've never experienced before, and it's kind of taking up a lot of their hard drive. Emphasis on hard. A lot of their hard drive, a lot of their memory, a lot of their space, right? I think, it feels like maybe a bit of an obsession, okay? You've got a fan, all right? So if you're the divine feminine, you have a fan here. This is your biggest fan. Logging in. Why did I say logging in? Well, some of you guys could be on social media as well, so they might be looking at you there, but this is an ego. The energy is the eager beaver. Okay, the energy is the eager beaver in this relationship. All right, now let's ask spirit. When divine feminine thinks about divine masculine, where is her mind at? We'll get about 3 cards. When divine feminine thinks about divine masculine. I mean, we do have that communication card there. We have the Four of Wands. All right, so the twin flame settling down. Stability, creating stability. When divine feminine thinks about divine masculine. We have the high priestess. We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. And the Page of Swords in reverse. Okay, so so for some of the divine feminines, they may think that the divine masculine is hiding something at this time. They're not satisfied with the communication that they've been receiving from the divine masculine. And for those of you where there's a third party connected to your connection, the divine feminine may think that divine masculine is prioritizing that relationship at this time. Okay. I think it's either because of the lack of communication. In terms of some of you, there might be no communication at all. But also when you do communicate, maybe what is said isn't satisfactory, and it certainly doesn't answer some of the questions, because we did start with questions. Some of the questions that divine feminine may have about their relationship, their status, their standing. And where do we go from here? The divine masculine, when he thinks about divine feminine, what's in the headspace here? All right, we have the Two of Cups. We have the Strength card. And I had do what it takes. They admire you. And we have, what is this? It looks like the Ace of Cups. Yeah, the Ace of Cups. They want a second chance. They see you as really strong. Whatever has happened in this relationship, whatever curveballs have been thrown at divine feminine, they see divine feminine as dealing with it very graciously and with a strength that they are not sure they would have themselves were they dealing with the same situation. They see divine feminine as their true love, and there is a rebirth that they are trying to actualize in this connection. This is what they're trying to manifest. They're trying to manifest a rebirth, a second chance, a do-over. Okay, we see them here with the gray hair, and hair is a symbol of wisdom, and gray hair is a symbol of the pinnacle of wisdom. So your DM has been through some things. They've seen some things, and the things that they've been through and the things that they've seen makes them appreciate you more. So this is someone who is very eager for your attention, very eager for your love, and willing to do whatever it takes, it looks like. Let's look at the counterparts, heart space energy for each other. When they think about each other, what is the heart saying? We have insecurities abound. Okay, I feel like both of you guys are kind of unsure at this time. It feels like both of you guys may want to take this forward, but you're each thinking the other may not be interested. All right, so we have divine feminine as withdrawn. So you may have withdrawn your energy from this connection. We have emotionally available, maybe a bit detached. And then, okay then. Right. So, but it doesn't keep the fires from extinguishing. All that detachment there. The divine masculine. We have void, feeling empty. We have thankful. And we have disappointed. All right, let's pull some cards on these guys. But what I'm getting from the divine feminine side is that she may have gotten a trigger and decided to detach or withdraw, or divine feminine may have been guided to detach or withdraw. It could be that divine feminine may have felt that they don't appreciate my presence, so I'm going to let them feel my absence, and they are feeling your absence. We have them coming up as with that void card, feeling empty. But all the divine feminine is being detached. It doesn't stop the fires from burning. It doesn't stop them from wanting in many different ways. The divine masculine, that's still there. All right, we have withdrawn. Spirit, tell us about that withdrawn card. We have the devil. So that's what I was saying. Even though they withdrew, and maybe they withdrew because they found that they were being too clingy, or they were prioritizing or centering their life around this divine masculine. So it's like, what, before I get too attached, get hurt, or why am I even prioritizing someone who's not prioritizing me? It's best I withdraw. And that's what divine feminine did, right? We have emotionally unavailable here. And we have Page of Cups. So even though she's emotionally unavailable, there's still love here, right? She still cares. We have a broken heart here. This heart has been cracked open, so divine feminine still cares. It may even be that divine feminine might be jealous at this time. I'm noticing the green eyes. Okay, so being withdrawn, trying not to feel, not particularly working out. We have this lust card here, Seven of Swords in reverse. Again, this is what cannot lie. These very visceral feelings that divine feminine may have when she thinks about the divine masculine, and maybe the sexual connection between them was pretty strong, and it continues to be strong no matter what divine feminine might be trying to do there. Divine masculine coming up in the energy of feeling void, feeling empty. And we have justice, but they feel like they deserve this though. They feel like they deserve this because they didn't put the investment in. So they're like, why should I receive from it? Okay. So as I said, it's someone who's been on a journey, and there's a lot of wisdom that they've downloaded there. They're thankful. We have here Seven of Cups. And Three of Wands in reverse. Okay. So they're thankful for this journey. Okay. And they're thankful for the lessons that they've learned. It looks like when you met your person, they may have been entertaining multiple options. Okay, multiple options. All right, you would have just been maybe perhaps one of many, and they see themselves as being foolish now, feeling frustrated. But this has given them a lot of clarity around what they want in their life and who they want in their life, right? They're finally seeing you clearly. Without having gone through this journey, they wouldn't have been able to appreciate, what you brought to this love, what you brought to the table. So they're thankful that their eyes have been opened. They're no longer confused. What they are is disappointed that they didn't see this before. What's happening in the 5D to this connection? We have hardcore. So it looks like the connection between them has been, is really strong and really pulling at both of them at this time. All right, what's happening in the 5D? We have higher heart chakra. And higher heart chakra is about unconditional love, collective love, universal love. So it feels like, they're realizing no matter what, they will always have this connection to each other. They will always feel this way about each other, right? No matter what they do, what they say, they may still have to set boundaries with this person, but they will always care. What's happening in this connection? They're mirroring each other. So what you are feeling, your counterpart is feeling, and vice versa. And you can use that to your advantage because it gives you insight into what they're thinking, what they're feeling, and what their next move might be. We have ego death, right? So this is about enlightenment and evolution. So everybody's changing and growing in this experience, okay? And because they're changing, growing, and downloading a lot of wisdom, they're realizing what they really want. We have betrayal. Okay, so maybe what you guys are facing as well, maybe past betrayals in this connection, and trying to come to a place of peace or a place of forgiveness where that is concerned. Let's get a message from your counterpart. In the extended, I will read the letter that I channeled. We will go into Magic Calabash and see who wants to come forward to give us a message about this connection, and then we're going to look at what's going to be your person's next actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading. But in the meantime, if you can't join me in the extended, let's see what your person wants you to know. All right, we are in each other's lives for a reason. Thank you for showing up. All right, so the overall general feeling is one of gratitude to having met you, to be able to interact with you, to have you in their life in some sort of capacity. The growth and the evolution that has occurred, they're thankful for that. Neither of you are the same. All right, what does divine feminine need to know from divine masculine? It's so hard not talking to you. So it feels like for a lot of you, you're in no communication. Or if you guys are talking, it's not the open and honest conversations that you guys may have had in the past. I think it looks like people are being reticent at this time, trying to protect themselves and protect their heart. I'm thinking about you right now. So right now, as you watch this, your person is thinking about you. You are always on their mind. I heard that song singing, right? You are always on their mind. They may not like it. They may not appreciate it, but you are always on their mind. They can't escape from you. What does divine masculine need to know from divine feminine? I'm truly sorry for my words and actions. So there might have been something that divine feminine said in the past, which they may or may not know may have wounded the divine masculine. And it looks like their higher self is apologizing for that. Or maybe, this is what divine feminine is thinking about. They're thinking about things that they may have said in the past to divine masculine, and they want to express their apologies for whatever may have happened. It's going to be different for everybody. I'm a big mess, and that's the last thing you need right now. So it feels like for some divine feminines, they may be having a hard time dealing with different things that are happening in their life, and they're taking that time to sort themselves out. They're taking that time to sort themselves out, trying to figure out, what's next. Okay? All right. Let's get one last message, and we're going to close off this reading. Underneath the deck, we have the flame tray, and this was a twin flame reading, higher level soulmate reading, and it says the start of something new. But I'm getting that's not just the start of something new for this connection, because we do see these I'm going to say twins, these trees joining. It's also a fresh start for your respective ancestries, because your healing is their healing. And we have the search, feeling lost, confused, and lonely. And it started with a card about searching for meaning. So let's see what this is all about. It says the search, card number 6. The days of our lives are forever changing, just like the 4 seasons of nature. Spring follows summer, then come autumn and winter, and then the cycle starts once again. At present, you are symbolically experiencing a winter season. Life seems dreary, and it feels as if everything has come to a halt. You may be feeling a sense of loneliness and confusion, and it feels like you've lost your way. Searching for answers that do not appear to come, wanting to know why, and yearning for new inspiration and excitement for life return. The answer to your question is soon. Without a doubt, spring always follows winter, and we just had the spring equinox, right? Look at the lady on the card. Notice how she looks out to the horizon, searching and yearning, unaware that the first rays of sunlight are just beginning to glow from behind her. Very soon now, the light will shine upon you, and a new cycle will begin, full of new ideas, new inspiration, perhaps even a new love of some kind. And the mantra here is, all is well in my life. I give thanks for the changing seasons. In solitude, I grow stronger and wiser. My mind is clear. My heart is open. I am always on the right path. So if you've been feeling like you don't know what's next, Spirit is saying very soon, a clear signal sign of the direction that you need to take will appear. Just be patient and enjoy your life, this life, as much as you can. It's just a wonderful, beautiful world out there. Sometimes when we turn on the TV, it doesn't seem that way, but it truly is. There are amazing people in this world, lots of love in this world, amazing places in this world, amazing food to experience in this world. Enjoy it all. Enjoy it all. And little by little, with all of us enjoying it all, we're just going to attract more things to enjoy. And that's how we change the world. We just do our little part in our own little world. And then it has global impact. Okay? So don't let what's happening on the media make you think that this world is just going to shit or it's horrible. It's definitely changing. There's definitely conflict, and we send our healing energies there, and we do whatever we can in the 3D to help out, right? But also focus on the world that we would want to create, and always have that at the forefront of our mind, okay? Because we have collective creativity. We can create the world that we want. We've not used that power to create the best world in the past, but we always have the opportunity to change it. Okay? All right, my love, so that was your reading. Hopefully that was helpful. Thank you.